so let's play The Flower Shakes the Vase. Let's watch that.
All right.
He's clinging to your ankles, he's begging for a friend, saying how he wishes it could be. It sure does rankle how a man can pretend he don't know love from misery. The walls are sagging, the flower shakes the vase, your feet are staggering to run. Your fingers are grabbing at the edges of your face, but you don't understand what you have done. He walks out to the bus stop as you slam shut the door. Maybe this time he's gone for good. You look down at your knuckles where there could have been sore. At least they were understood. The walls are sagging, the flower shakes the vase, your feet are staggering to run. Your fingers are grabbing at the edges of your face, but you don't understand what you have done. The judge's robe is tying, the children hide in school. The sheriff and the bailiff turn away. What's wrong with lying when you're cursing a fool? It's time for someone to pay. The walls are sagging, the flower shakes the vase, your feet are staggering to run. Your fingers are grabbing at the edges of your face, but you don't understand what you have done.
Okay, so were you surprised to see a couple dancing by the river to that song?
In the video, absolutely amazed. To me, that song is probably the last one I would imagine anybody would be dancing to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kind of sad anger definitely in that song. What's up with that?
Yeah, there's no question. You look down at your knuckles, they're cut up and sore, at least they were understood. You know, it's kind of bizarre. I remember one day I was getting mad at my mom. Well, you can't do that, blah, blah. And she went like this. I thought, what? You think I'm going to hit you? But knowing now, you know, looking back and hearing the stories about her grandmother being very, very hard on her, she described how she remembered being led downstairs by her grandmother when she was very little to be spanked. And then maybe it was a mean kind of spanked, you know. So I can empathize with where she came from and how hard, you know, she made a magnificent journey into being a deep, caring person. But tell that to the little kid who's getting hit. Then fast forward to, I actually had a female girlfriend who punched me in the face. Why? Because that had to do with anger in her past. I guarantee you that. There was no sensible.
You're sucker punched?
More or less, yeah. Bam, bam. Oh, so that was a big surprise. So I think because of my background, I've spent a lot of time concentrating on people getting hurt. You know, in my family of origin, as they say, the snake of the poisoned tongue was the major thing. My father.
Okay.
Betty, how can you say that in front of the children? And he got so upset that my mother said such hurtful things, and it hurt him. That was before I went into group therapy and learned from a group therapy leader named Isaiah, that people will learn, just as your children will learn if something is toxic by whether it's toxic on you. This is a spoken thing now. My father, I wish he had heard that and thought about it, and had been told, like Isaiah preached, that if you model that you are not worried by it, that it isn't that toxic to you, it becomes less toxic. And of course, then your children or other people will realize that it's not toxic. But I can remember my father rolling a turkey. My mother, she was a master of the silver tongue, the serpent tongue. Black lines matter. But I remember him getting so upset that he jumped up, pulled up the tablecloth, and the turkey rolled over in her direction and then landed on the floor.
That's dramatic.
And making fun of my father. My father he wanted peace in the home. Just wanted to have happiness. And hi ho hum. You ever heard somebody say that?
I just did.
Okay. Hi ho hum is just a way of saying, aren't we having a good time here? I don't know what, I'll have to look it up later. So I remember this distinctly, my father coming in and sort of reverting to sort of like baby talk in the presence of my sister and me. Hi-zy, ho-zy, hum-zy. Okay, there are worse crimes to do than to walk into the children that you love and say something like hi-zy, ho-zy, hum-zy. Hi-zy, ho-zy, hum-zy. What kind of So that's one of the snapshots I still have of my mother attacking and needing to demonize this man who just, as far as being a parent concerned, just wanted to be peaceful with his children.
Okay. Well, as far as the next song goes, sounds like a lot of happy anger.
You
if
mean,
that, if that makes sense?
you mean golden rule, you mean?
Yeah, golden rule, happy anger-ish. It's my perception. I mean, what do you think?
Well, let's watch you and me and find out.
Okay, let's.
I wake up when you curse me and hear my windshield smash. You say it's time to reimburse me. I say you done got all my cash. I say ain't you got no mercy as you reach in for my stash. Oh, at happy anniversary, you say I don't talk to trash. When I need you, you hold me, and I hold you. Indeed, that's what they told me is the golden rule. So you must have felt so lonely when you sold me to the zoo, where all could behold me, one sorry fool. Should I do unto you here as you did unto me? Hold you down by the ears, stun gun your cheeks? Or should I chain you to the pier most conspicuously, in a cage full of mirrors, so you can finally see? What? So nice to have met you. Too bad we have to part. For every tattoo I did get you, at least I have a scar. Now if I could only get you to stand back from my car, I'd like to forget you just the way you are. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you to the Vinyl Lounge for making this possible. Jesse Fenton on guitar, Baptiste Bourgade on percussion. Thank you very much. I wake up when you curse me and hear my windshield smash. You say it's time to reimburse me. I say you done been got all my cash. I say ain't you got no mercy as you reaching for my stash. Oh, and happy anniversary. You say I don't talk to trash. When I need you, you hold me, and I hold you. Indeed, that's what they told me is the golden rule. So you must have felt so lonely when you sold me to the zoo, where all could behold me, one sorry fool. Should I do unto you here as you did unto me? Hold you down by the ears, stun gun your cheeks? Or should I chain you to the pier most conspicuously, in a cage full of mirrors so you can finally see? So nice to have met you. Too bad we have to part. For every tattoo I did get you, at least I have a scar. Now if I could just get you to stand back from my car, I'd like to forget you just the way you are.
So who was the guy playing guitar with you?
Oh, you mean in the Harbor video? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the only walk-on. He played his part and disappeared. He's still getting royalty checks, but that was just the only day I ever met him.
Interesting. So did you put her in a cage full of mirrors so she could finally see?
I guess that's like therapy, you know. Should I do unto you as you did unto me?
That's probably one of my favorite lines, by the way.
Well, thank you. You want to sing it first? Tie you down by the ears. Was it stun gun your cheeks?
Stun gun your cheeks.
Or should I put you on the pier most conspicuously in a cage full of mirrors so you can finally see? That's really about therapy, you know, the idea that, yeah, that person deserved therapy. You know, when my hero Bob Dylan, he had auditioned for the Ed Sullivan Show, which back then was the only show in town. Mm-hmm. And they told his agent, well, we know you're far out, but we don't know if you're the kind of far out that sells. I thought, it's just my favorite television experience was, and next, a shocking message from Marilyn Manson. But first, this word from Chevrolet. So it's like, are you kidding?
So things are getting ugly. You kind of consider that your theme song.
Well, it's been
What-
considered
why?
by much more
I mean, we should play
sensitive
it.
people than. All right,
right?
let's play it and
Let's
find
play
out.
It, then I
All right.
want to hear your thoughts on that.
Things are getting ugly at the True Love Cafe. The girl who truly loves me says she truly cannot stay. I'm leaving this shack forever. Here's your guitar. I'm gluing it back together when she drives off in my car. I stand at the window and wait as she puts it in the creek. That was one expensive date, but who said that I'm cheap? Rusty green Corvette pulls up and Ricky's banging up against my door. He says, let's hit the road again. I'm back home from the war. I must be too damn loyal, 'cause I still can't understand exactly how our oil got underneath their sand. Ricky, can I drive? That's a funny cigarette. He says, drive until you find the best place to forget. I take a turn a little too hot and bust through the Hollywood gate. Ricky says I must have forgot why we going this way. Every dream I've ever had has blown up in my face, but things aren't going too bad. Here's a pawnbroker's place. Lady, it plays real sweet. We just need a little help. She says, aren't you unique like everybody else?
A man who needs no introduction. Please welcome Slim Stevens with Jesse Fenton and Baptiste Bourget.
Things are getting ugly at the True Love Cafe. The girl who truly loves me says she truly cannot stay. I'm leaving this shack forever. Here's your guitar. I'm gluing it back together. When she drives off in my car, I stand at the window and wave as she puts it in the creek. That was one expensive date, but then who said that I'm cheap? A dusty green Corvette pulls up and Ricky's banging up against my door. He says, let's hit the road again. I'm back home from the war. I must be too damn loyal, 'cause I still don't understand exactly how our oil got underneath their sand. Ricky, can I drive? That's a funny cigarette. He says, drive until you find the best place to forget. Take a turn a little too high and bust through the Hollywood gate. Ricky says I must have forgot why we going this way. Every dream I've ever had has blown up in my face, but things aren't going too bad. Here's a pawnbroker's place. Lady, it plays real sweet. We just need a little help. She says, aren't you unique like everybody else? Jesse Fenton on the guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Baptiste Bourget on percussion.
Okay, why is that your theme song?
Why is it my theme song?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me about the dance troupe.
You can ask about that too if you want to talk about it. Go for it.
It's my
We're
theme
off the
song.
cuff.
It's my theme song because I found this fantastic woman who plays guitar with it, and I really like it. Oh, wait, that's you. Okay. The dance troupe. Oh my gosh. It's because of those dancers that I met filmmaker, director, bass player, hockey player, baseball player, Frank McGuire. After that footage was shot of the video, me at the harbor, not you and me, obviously.
Right.
I thought, okay, that's it. I put an ad in Craigslist looking for a filmmaker because I knew that I just believed that a filmmaker could sync up the footage because I had all these Sony camcorders. And so he answered my ad and we were chatting about it. And I said, yeah, I was just trying to I want to sync up and then edit out the footage of me playing at the harbor with these 3 women. Well, you saw them. He said, 12 images. He said, how many cameras did you have? I said, 12. He still talks about that. There was a long, long silence. And I was right. He synced them up, and we edited the hell out of them, and you saw the result.
Yep. So every dream I've ever had has blown up in my face, but things aren't going too bad. Here's a pawnbroker's place.
Yep. You too?
Yeah, so
Is that true for you too?
so
It's just some of the dreams have blown up in your face?
I don't know. So what are the major struggles then in your life?
The major struggles in my life. At adolescence, I bought a dobro. You know what a dobro is? I don't know what it is. It's like a metallic kind of guitar. I bought it, but I was scared to play it. So I lugged it around Europe, and I had a book called The Origins of Totalitarianism. That's what it was called. It was a book like this. The intelligentsia at Harvard thought that was a cool book or something, so I had that too. So I was lugging around these 2 things, a book that I didn't read and a guitar I didn't play. So they were like my symbols of what I was trying to get to, but I couldn't get to. So there I was with those 2 things, and then I had a lover that I walked away from in India. So I was like ambivalent, to say the least. My goodness, I mean, just like the forces that were pushing me. So that adolescence also led me to my disciple phase, which is where I went walking in Ethiopia and sort of challenging my fear. And that was my, who spent 30 days in the wilderness or on a mountaintop? Somebody did. And in my adolescence, I didn't realize I was allowed to do those things. You know, in other words, I guess the therapist would have said to me, well, you lug this dobro around. Tell me about that. In other words, obviously I wanted to play it. Why didn't I? And that's what symbolizes for me, you know, who said I could have a life. And my sister, big sister, thank God, helped me with some of that, saying, when I told her I wanted to go into politics, but I wanted to be like Bob Dylan, I wanted to be like Bjorn Borg, the tennis player, he said, well, it doesn't sound to me like you have to decide, it's how to fit everything in. So that gave me an older sister permission to do it and not be so upset that I didn't know how to identify myself, you know? I mean, self-identity is such a big thing with adolescents for obvious reasons. And she gave me permission to do it. She also said to me, when are you going to get a real guitar? Not in a bad way, but sort of give me permission to go and buy a quality instrument, which I did. And really that helped make me brave enough to go on the journey that was my songs, which, as you know, probably as well as 3 other people on earth, how that helped me so much and gave me so much. So I looked to my sister saying that, you know, the symbolism of her saying, fit everything in. In other words, you have permission to be these different things, like the Bob Dylan halfback. You know, It was hard. Like there were guys who were like into Dylan, and there were guys who were halfbacks, but there weren't that many Bob Dylan halfbacks. Given permission to have that. And she was also very smart. When my parents were getting divorced, she took me to the bookstore. I can't believe she did this. And she said, I can't hear exact words, but their words really were, "We are family." And she bought 2 Bibles, matching Bibles, and we each took one. What a beautiful thing to do. I mean, that's like my father trying to give me the file cabinet, something to refer to. But what a beautiful thing that she did. And then when I was ending my 19-month away out of the country and teaching in Ethiopia and walking around there and then going by land from Istanbul to deep in India, I don't even remember the city, way past Bombay and way past New Delhi. I came back and found her. She was in Germany. And I said, "I came to tell you that our parents died at sea." And that was so liberating a concept for us that there wasn't some continuing crisis that we were responsible for. You know, you taught that kids think they're responsible on some level for their parents' anguish. So I gave her a huge gift back of saying, look, this terrible thing happened to us, or it felt. There are so many little dyings, it doesn't matter which one is death. And so in other words, you can't say the divorce per se. In other words, if the judge says you can't get divorced, it wouldn't have been yay, you know, the balloons wouldn't have fallen out of the sky. So it wasn't it was the family that we came from could have disappeared, and here we were, just like you and I are sitting on this thing. My sister and I were still in the world, and we were victims, or at least we weren't the cause of it. So that trip, that struggle, I'm so lucky that happened happily. You know, there's so many people who I saw guys when I was traveling to India who were like losing it. You know, they're getting into heroin or whatever. They were hurt too bad. They were hurt too bad. So then you said the struggle, you know, the Stevens-Einstein equation. You remember that Stevens and Einstein, me and Einstein discovered the Stevens-Einstein equation of the world can be, your life can be separated into trying to get other people to do things and trying to get yourself to do something. That's basically it. Can you think of a third category? So, interesting, you know, very interesting. Like take just music came to mind. So you have this ability, you know that you can figure this thing out. Okay, so that's just you and the guitar. It's trying to get yourself to do something. But we all want somebody else to somehow, there's that weird thing, I don't know what you call it, of connecting with somebody else vis-a-vis what you're doing. And that's partially, I guess, for most people, like the guy who made Kiss, he wanted recognition and to make money. I think he liked music, I can't remember, I have to read that book again. You know, but he wanted other people to do something. Money is so funny in that way because people who have enough money with it that it isn't a complete pain in the neck all the time realize that money is really phony. It isn't even there. Now you can't say that to somebody who can't afford medicine. But that's what happened to me. Then there is a third category. You lose points for this. Trying to get my body to do something. Like I got trigger finger and it disappeared. But for the trigger finger meant I couldn't straighten his finger and I couldn't open his finger. And it was sort of like, okay, Stevens, how's your music going now? That's scary. Then the hernia comes along and says, oh, I got this pushy thing here, I should have it. Well, it's called optional surgery, but it's just going to get bigger. All right, let's go find somebody to cut you up. Then all of a sudden the L4, L5, I couldn't move. I couldn't step up from here for a while. Holy cow. I'm lying in bed. I couldn't even lie down, get on a couch without going to the garage and getting 2 hockey sticks and pushing myself down. What's that about? What's that about? Then this little friend, you have heaven's knocking on you, saying, come on. You know, it's this thing beating right where your heart is. Bam, 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 bam. Then on top of it all, they give you medicine, which gives you the shakes and makes you feel like panicking, you know, and your blood pressure going up. So, aha. Stevens and Einstein were wrong. There aren't two categories. There's a third category, which leads me to, as you can tell, they'll be flashing it up on the board. Oh, they're in the hearse. The hearse is following in the funeral procession. The first car in the procession, somebody's saying to the other one, because they're following a car, see if you can pass that car. He would have wanted it that way.
Okay. Well, I would say this is probably a pretty good introduction to the song Two Girls.
Who played the guitar lead on that? Oh, I remember. Oh.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, okay, where's it going to be here? Okay.
Two girls stand beside you at a wet November grave, looking down, looking down. If it hurts too much inside you to remember how to pray, then look around, look around. See the last frightened smile on the face of your father, and the woman there who made you wanna crawl. See the last frightened child who tried to save her mother. See them all, see them all. Your guard stops me here at the cemetery gate and makes me wait behind the hearse. To him it might appear that you're bending there to pray, but I brace for something worse. When you curse the frightened smile on the face of your father and the woman there who made you wanna crawl? Will you curse the frightened child who tried to save her mother? Curse them all, curse them all. Tears of this world, pretending to be rain, can wash away its orphan's blood. on the face of your father and the woman there who made you wanna crawl? Will you curse the frightened child who tried to save her mother? Curse them all. Curse them all. Two girls stand beside you at a wet November grave, looking down, looking down. If it hurts too much inside you to remember how to pray, then look around, look around. See the last frightened smile on the face of your father and the woman there who made you wanna crawl. See the last frightened child who tried to save her mother. See them all. See them all. Your guard stops me here at the cemetery gate and makes me wait behind the hearse. To him it might appear that you're bending there to pray, but I brace for something worse. Will you curse the frightened smile on the face of your father and the woman there who made you wanna crawl? Will you curse the frightened child who tried to save her mother? Curse them all. Curse them all. Of this world, pretending to be rain, can't wash away its orphan's blood. Then the tears of these girls can't wash away your pain and bury it in this mud. See the last frightened smile on the face of your father and the woman there who made you wanna crawl. See the last frightened child tried to save her mother. See them all. See them all. See them all.
All right. I remember distinctly the day I got the mix back from Jessica Fenton, you know her, who had put her lead onto my version of that. Like I remember I walking because they had the 7-Eleven. They just made a new 7-Eleven just to the left on our block, and I
7-Eleven.
and I hit the phone, I downloaded it on my phone with my earplugs in. That was a really happy moment.
Going to 7-Eleven.
Going to 7-Eleven.
To get what?
With your guitar in my ear.
What were you buying, may I ask?
Cheese croissant.
Okay. That's
Fruit
it?
cup.
Fruit cup?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Cheese croissant. Great. Okay, so that's funny. Read me what Eve Schlesinger. I can't say her last name.
Schlesinger?
Yeah, thank you. What did she say now?
She said, "Is this what Slim means by no more?" This is what she wrote about two girls. "Is this what Slim means by no more pain? Who would keep people from a funeral? He cries, the earth cries, the harmonica cries, even as it fights its way through the night. McGuire has found two sets of girls, one in black, one in white. Fair enough. We saw them. Are they symbols of death and life? Which pair of the two girls is the song about? And who is the matron that stares at Slim? Is she the conscience of them all, or is she the stern force of negativity that Slim plays to, not giving in, not giving up one chord or one note?" Yeah.